Hi there and welcome to another midweek highlight show. I'm Patrick from the stadium. Well, over the sporting weekend, there was only one big winner, and he goes by the name of Dimitar Berbatov. The Manchester United striker bagged a hat-trick in their traditional battle with Liverpool, and everybody's talking about that sublime second goal. Certainly a candidate for goal of the season. In a match that revealed both teams' defensive frailties, it was the Red Devils who came away with a 3-2 victory. Shifting to the Premier League table, that win against Liverpool ensured that Alex Ferguson's team kept pace with Chelsea, who once again produced a thumping win, this time a 4-0 victory over Blackpool. And just after 5 games, the Blues have a +20 goal advantage. Man City and Spurs seem to have resumed last season's battle for that 4th Champions League spot. And just look at the 3 newly promoted sides, Newcastle, Blackpool and West Brom. They are all in the top half. This means the bottom half is occupied by some managers who will be facing some pressure. Birmingham lost to West Brom, while Newcastle handed Everton a home defeat, keeping David Moyes' side second from bottom. West Ham finally got off the mark thanks to a hard-earned draw with Stoke, but remained rooted in last place. As we shift to the Italian League, we can see that Inter Milan are slowly finding their form as they claim a 2-1 away win at Palermo. And just like the new league leaders Tessera, they have 2 wins and a draw. Juventus too put an impressive performance, a 4-0 away win against Udinese, but AC Milan only managed a 1-all home draw with Catania. To the bottom half, and after reaching 3rd position last week, Sampdoria have slipped to 11th after a home loss to Napoli. Bologna and Roma are inching away from the relegation zone after they held each other, well, of course not in an affectionate way I hope, for a 2-all draw. Now the Serie A teams will all be involved in midweek matches, and on Saturday the one to watch will be the game between Roma and Inter Milan. Now this could be a toasty one. Now let's briefly look at the German Bundesliga, where Mainz replaced Hoffenheim at the top after a 2-0 away win at Werder Bremen. Hoffenheim slipped after a 2-all draw with Kaiserslautern. Bayern Munich find themselves in the top half despite a scoreless home draw with Cologne. To the bottom half, and Borussia Mönchengladbach, who were 8th last week, crashed to 13th after a shocking 7-0 drubbing by Stuttgart. Wolfsburg got their first win, but Schalke are still winless and pointless. Now even World Cup finalist Klaas Jan Huntelaar can't help his team find a win or a point. Now football wrap stops in Spain with some peculiar results over the weekend. Peculiar why? Well, new league leaders Valencia, along with Sevilla, Real Madrid, Villarreal and Barcelona, no, I do not have a list. Now they all secured 2-1 away wins. Conspiracy? Maybe coincidence? Well, nevertheless, Barca's win was dampened by an ankle injury to Lionel Messi, which will keep him out for a minimum of 2 matches. Looking at the bottom half, and Sporting Gijon's draw with Bilbao moved them to 11th. And by the way, Sporting will play Barca this weekend. Meanwhile, Racing moved away from the relegation zone thanks to a 2-0 win over Zaragoza. Now, midweek highlights shifts to men on 2 wheels with the Aragon Moto GP in Spain. And before proceedings got underway, a minute's silence was observed in memory of Moto2 rider Shoya Torizawa, who died in that horrific crash at San Marino last time out. All riders across each racing category wore a patch featuring Tomizawa's number 48, and that number was retired from Moto2 racing in honor of the Japanese rider. But moving on to the main event, and Ducati's Casey Stoner claimed his maiden win of the season after holding off Repsol's Dani Pedrosa for much of the race. Stoner's teammate Nicky Hayden was 3rd, but championship leader Jorge Lorenzo finished in 4th, the first time he's not featured on the podium this season. Looking at the championship, and Lorenzo is ahead of Pedrosa by 56 points, with just 5 races left in the season. Lorenzo's teammate and reigning world champion Valentino Rossi, who finished 6th in Aragon, is 4th, in a pack with 3 other riders gunning for their 3rd place held by Stoner. Now the next race takes us to Motegi in Japan in a fortnight before they arrive on our shores for the Malaysian Moto GP on the 10th of October. And finally to squash, and Nicol David starts September as the world's #1 women's squash player for the 50th consecutive month. And if that's not impressive enough, Nicol is aiming for a record 5th title at the ongoing Women's World Championships in Egypt. Good news is that Nicol has cruised into the quarterfinals. Sadly, she will meet compatriot Louis Wen. And as you can see, the 2nd, 3rd and 4th seeded players are featured in the other matchups. And wouldn't it be nice for her to wrap up the year with a record 5th world title in 6 years and head back home for a fantastic Christmas celebration? Well, we wish her all the best. And looking ahead to this weekend, there's no bigger sporting event spotlight, literally, than the only night race in Formula 1, the Singapore Grand Prix. Well, we'll bring you the recap in our next highlights, and until then, from the stadium, you stay safe.